Today's episode is sponsored by Raul Rodriguez Law.
I know you and me are wrestling guys. You know what I mean? You like wrestling, but I don't think you've seen this show. WWE Unreal on Netflix, right?
Well, and it's because I really don't have time to watch TV. I love all that stuff. I mean, we met a lot of guys, and I knew a lot of the wrestlers.
Our buddy Larry Heck is
doing
major
great.
part of it.
Yeah, but we know a lot of people involved. I just don't get to watch TV much.
You got those kids running around and all that, right?
Yeah, those dumb kids.
Anyway, Larry Heck is actually on the show.
He's in gorilla position.
Yeah, exactly.
He got elevated.
Big time. So, I wanted to talk to you about this because you actually turned me on to the show. I hadn't seen it when you brought it up maybe a couple weeks ago. I saw it all, and I love the show, right? It's almost like boxing 24/7. Mm-hmm. It's almost like they're getting ready, but it's showing you so much behind the scenes of how it's scripted, how it's pre-thought of, which we all knew it was, right? But at the same time, this is really going into detail of, like, it's really showing you, like, the writer's room and all this stuff, right? Really going into detail. And it was a great show. It's well produced, but I was more interested in how are the fans and how are the wrestlers and people currently, how are they reacting to this show? Because it's really stripping.
It puts it out there.
It puts it out there. You know what I mean? Where it's like really stripping everything of it's just bare bones now.
As they say, they're peeling back the curtain.
Definitely. And that's what I felt, right? And, me being not an old school 80s wrestler, but like I grew up in the 90s, WCW, Monday Night Wars. That's when I kind of came into wrestling. And it was at the peak, I felt, right? There's like the peak of wrestling at that time. And I don't know if I necessarily like that. I still like that mystique of maybe not knowing who's calling the shots. You know what I mean? But what I see is, like we were talking about off camera, are you going to sacrifice the sport or are you going to sacrifice something for likes and for people talking about your product?
I think it's kind of like it's exposing itself.
Yeah.
To a way where, like, man, you didn't have to go that far.
You didn't have to do all that.
You didn't have to do all that. We love you. I mean, you're having a lot of likes and people watching you all the time. It's almost like telling the secret of how to be successful, whatever, right? And now it's like, wow, that's not interesting anymore to me. I don't like that.
You can argue. I've heard the other side of it. It makes it more interesting because now we're really involved. Now we really get to see the how it's all broken down and who's really writing the scripts and all this stuff. And I get that. I was, like you said before, I could have done without it, right? Like I could have tuned in and watched it without it. You know what I mean? But now that you're really doing all this stuff, it's kind of like how interested would
James, look what it's done.
We're talking about it. Do you like it or do you feel? I mean, of course, like it's good, it's working. That product is working, but do you like it?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, man. Yes, I like it. I think it's just the next evolution of sports entertainment because that's what it is. It's sports entertainment. You said it. It's no different than we were just talking about that Jim Lampley on Joe Rogan, right? When he was talking about HBO boxing. People dressed up to go.
Exactly. It was a night out.
It was a night out. You got dressed up, but it was HBO boxing with the production and the value, the competition in the ring, the great cards, all of them. All right, so but then to promote that, they also HBO also had their 24/7. Remember, they were following guys around for a while.
You're exposing real sports. You know what I mean? Like those are
right.
like
Okay.
Everyone wants to know more of that. Right. I want to go to the practice facility. I want to, but this is different because now you're not going to the ring work. Well, you're going to a studio like this where guys are saying, you know what, Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? And that's totally different thing.
But there's a science behind it. It's just not picking straws and saying that this guy, right? I mean,
but did we need that?
I don't. Well, I would tell people it's like if you don't like that song, don't listen to it. If you don't like that TV show, don't watch it.
Yeah.
But what it's doing,
I feel bad for the kids. The kids that still had that belief. It's like you just told these kids, even some adults, but
Yeah.
you just told these kids, some adults that really think it's still real. But you see these kids, and it's like, tell them, hey man, Santa Claus is this.
Right. The biggest talent that any sports athlete could have is marketability, and that's it.
okay,
right?
but the argument I would say from a business standpoint is, like, for example, I think we're on the same page. Jake Paul is, he has talent.
Let me put it to you this way: if you're you're thinking
he has
of
more
it,
followers than talent.
yeah, you're thinking
Yeah,
of it
okay,
for a business
I would agree
side.
with that, yes.
You're thinking of it on the business side.
On the business side, but I'm also going to say, before I forget, what I was going to say was, on this last card he had, the undercard was freaking amazing. One of the best undercards
Yeah.
I've ever
You
seen
gotta have
in a
people
long
tune in.
time.
You gotta have people.
How many of
tune
those
in.
guys did you
Yeah.
know?
Not a whole lot.
But they were great.
They
They
were
were
all great.
talented.
Now I know who they are.
They were talented.
Yes, the
He necessarily
yeah,
wasn't.
but that's what he's doing with his promotion company now. He has to be able to do that.
I'm
The
talking about
undercard.
him. I'm saying, like, okay, let's say you're putting on a show.
Yeah,
You're thinking on the business side, right?
yeah.
You have a guy.
I would do a Jake Paul show.
You would do
in
a Jake Paul
heartbeat.
as opposed to a guy
Yeah.
who we're like,
We're
this
gonna
guy is the
sell
next
tickets.
world champion,
Yeah.
right? Like, who would you rather do put a show on here, Jake Paul or Bam?
In San Antonio?
Yeah. See, just that thought alone.
I mean,
Yeah.
just that thought alone.
You got to
is
go Jake
business
Paul. You got to do Jake Paul. He's your stake.
But why?
Right? Because he's Jake Paul.
Because he has likes.
Because
Because
he has
of
like,
likes.
and that's it. And
But
that's where
Bam's
the
going to
business
steal
is
your
right now.
show.
But that's where the business is.
Because Bam's going to steal your show because Bam is
So
badass.
the business is watered down.
It's
now.
watered down. It's that, and
It
that's
is.
the, and that's
It's like
in
going to
general.
a nice steak place, but
Yeah.
it's just a beautiful place. They have everything there. The lights look great and everything.
people
but
that
the
take your
steak
picture at the
is
table.
terrible.
Yeah.
But you want to be there.
And you know
you
why?
want to eat it.
Because they're gonna post you on their Instagram, and they're gonna take a
Yeah.
picture of you at the table.
You
and
were
all
there.
that, and you're gonna go there, as opposed to, man, this hole in the wall. That's the best steak in Texas, right there, and that's
Little
kind of
Red
how
Barn.
and that's how things are now, right? Like with any sport, you think about it. Right now, Shador Sanders, right? He's the hottest thing in football right now, right? But he's fourth string. How?
He's
Right.
probably going to start the season.
But
I
like
think.
how? Like
They're
you
gonna
know what I mean?
They're gonna make sure they start them.
So here's the thing that upsets me about that is that the number one pick in the draft, Cam Ward, is not getting as much talk
Why?
as Shador.
Why?
Because
Is
he's
Shador better?
no.
But why?
Because of the
It's
last
just
name.
And that's how the
it's
business
this
is
right
going.
here. right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how things are going. It's watered down.
You know what?
You're not paying attention to the main guys. You're not paying attention to the guys that are good. You're paying attention to the guys who are going to get likes and who are going to whatever. And that's the part where like it's just weird across the board. Everything is watered down. I don't like that culture. I don't like that we're doing that now.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I think going back to the music part, you know how I tell the kids at the gym, they have all this, the music the kids are listening to nowadays, and I said, man, I'll guarantee you that music's not gonna be any hit in 20 years. You won't even listen to this music in 20 years, but you're still listening to our music.
Yes.
40 years later, 50
That's
years later,
right.
you're still listening to
Absolutely.
it, and people still like it.
Yes.
But the music you're listening to now will not be around.
Right.
It's the same thing like right
And
now.
that's a true statement.
It's the
If
truth.
we're
It's
at
a true
the gym,
statement.
if we're at the gym right now, and the kid wants to make it, and he wants to be a big boxer, I'm gonna tell him, hey, don't take maybe an hour out of your training and just focus on your phone. Right? If that's the recipe, why are you spending so much time in the gym? Go on your phone. Learn how to use that. You'll go wherever you want to go.
Get some more likes.
Get some more likes.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there. Why are you going to be in the gym? Right?
Yeah.
And that's the truth, right? Oh, why are you going to practice your guitar? Just learn how to post a video.
I just think all of these things are just an evolution. I understand your point. I respect your point. It's just an evolution of everything. It's like in life, right? We all evolve, and we're talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it. It's all over the social media right now, and the ratings have been,
Which is their goal, right? I guess.
yeah, the ratings have been the highest they've ever been. So who's wrong?
When you're in an auto accident, you shouldn't be concerned with legal runarounds, just real advice. You deserve an attorney ready to work for you, an attorney that won't back down.
I've lost loved ones due to the negligence of others. If you or a loved one has been injured in an auto accident, I want to be there for you.
Raul B. Rodriguez and his team care about ensuring you and your family are represented, whether on the road or in the workplace. Raul is real, and Raul won't back down. Call 210-899-0300 to schedule a free consultation.
I feel like I'm a traditionalist in a lot of ways. Where even they're talking about music. I was watching Matt Damon. He was on a Hot Ones. He was on the YouTube show Hot Ones, and he was explaining why they don't make movies the same way they used to in the 90s, right? Like, there's no good movies right now that are going to last the test of time, that are going to tug at your heartstrings the same way 80s and 90s and early 2000s movies were made. And he was saying it's because of the DVD. Like, the DVD, when that came out, there was the two releases. There was the theatric release, the theater release that the studio made money on, and then there was the DVD sale that the studio make money on. So it's two big piles coming into off this one movie. You take the DVD away, now all the studio is making money on is the theater release, because now it's going to go to Netflix and it's going to go to Disney, it's going to go to Prime. So they're not making money on that necessarily. You know what I mean? It's for free necessarily, like when you see it that way. So he's saying the risk that the movie companies are gonna take on a movie that's about a love story ain't that high anymore, just because the odds of me making my money back on this relationship ain't great. Me and my wife love movies, but I can definitely see like they ain't the same. Like, this movie ain't. It's trying to keep your attention. It's a very new age thing, and it's the same thing with WWE. It's the same thing with boxing. It's the same thing with all this stuff with music. The more they're gonna put an artist on Instagram, the more they think you're gonna like them.
Well, you know, you probably I like what you're saying, because you always say, even now, when you do anything on Instagram or any type of advertising, it's got to be 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
People's
No one's gonna last an
attention
hour.
spans are so short.
No, I mean,
so that's why they're changing it in the movies,
Exactly.
to keep your attention.
Exactly, because the times have changed, right? I don't know if I am down with it all the way. Maybe I'm old now. Maybe I'm just an old guy
I think
now.
you became old.
You know what I mean? I keep hearing myself talking. I'm like, I don't know if I'm down with all this. Maybe I'm just old now.
kind of guy, man.
I'm on my porch now.
Yeah.
You know, shaking my fist
Yeah.
like this. But who knows? But I have a point. I know
It's
I have
too loud.
a point.
Turn it down.
I know I got a point. You know what I mean? Like,
It's true. And I love this part of you, because, you know, when you were younger, it was like, Dad, what do you know? What do you know? And now you listen to it. Now you're listening to, like, what are they listening to?
well, I can.
And some of the music's good. I'm
Some
not
music
saying-
is great.
Yeah,
and
some
it's
music's great,
revolutionary and it's innovative.
but most of it's just, like you said, just throwing it out there at you.
How'd you get in the room? Right? Did you get in the room through the back door, or did you get in through the front door? And I like the guys that come through the front door, because it seems like you're kind of going through
You
the
work through
paces. You've worked, you've done it. You know what I mean? You got through the thing.
You're talking about that's a secret to long-term success.
Yeah.
For anybody, really, and especially, you know, a young entertainer, performer, where, I mean, that's it. Walk into the front, just, you know, paving the way, pounding the pavement, as they say, right? Got there, selling it, hustling it, playing gigs,
You
wherever
earned it
they
the
can.
hard way.
Yeah.
Doing it the hard way, because it's all those hours playing in front of nobody. I heard Jelly Roll, who I have a lot of respect for, and who recently just did his thing on SummerSlam.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who I think, I mean, and he did a lot. He put a lot of work into it, man. He like us. He's been a wrestling fan since he was a little kid, and reveres the sport. But because of his platform where he's at, got invited to participate. But he put the hard work in. He lost 200 pounds, not through Ozempic. He did it the hard way, and then he started working out of the Performance Center in Orlando for a while. Moved down there to Orlando. All leading up to his performance that he did at SummerSlam, and so much so that the traditionalists that saw him, because, you know, a lot of times they always have celebrities pop in and with a chair do something or something like that, but they actually saw him work, and the performance he had in the ring, at the end of it, everybody cheered for him, man. They were like, dude, you did it badass.
You came through the front door.
He came through the front door.
Now, here's a question I want to ask you. Business
Oh,
guy.
but I'm sorry, but I was going to go back to Jelly Roll. So he was talking about he was on Howard Stern talking about, they started talking about his early careers where, you know, he was kind of a rapper and performing and small clubs, and they asked him, what's the worst you've ever felt on stage. He said San Antonio Aztec Theater. My point is that all of those people did it the hard way, hours on stage, trying to convince those boo birds not to boo you, right? But just, you got to work really, really hard.
If you were gonna host a like a talk, right, and it was gonna be like a weight loss talk, would you book the guy who lost 100 pounds who has 1,000 followers, or the guy who has 10,000 followers who uses Ozempic?
Oh boy. Well, I'd have them both, man. Because
Oh, you pick one. No.
Well, I want to know how they did. I mean, because
No, this guy just did
it's not
this.
a one size fits all for everybody.
This guy just did this.
Yeah.
Lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Which one do you think has more valuable knowledge?
Well, the guy did it the hard way.
Okay,
Of course.
right now,
Yes.
everybody,
Hard way.
right now,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody
Hard
is valuing Mr. Ozempic,
Right.
Mr. Backdoor.
Right.
Everyone's valuing the backdoor guy who got there somehow, right?
Yeah,
Who they don't
yeah,
know, how,
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
see the work, but
Yeah.
somehow he got there,
Yeah,
right?
I got it.
And they're the highlight of the sport, and they're like the guy, and they're getting paid more than these guys coming through the front. You know how many fighters there are? You know how many boxers there are that deserve shots more than Ryan Garcia, deserve shots more than Jake Paul, even though he's getting better, right? All these guys, like, they're just like,
You don't think
there's
Ryan
so
Garcia's
many-
getting better?
No, he's getting worse. He's out. Like, he was done. But you're
burned
gonna get
himself,
paid. You're gonna
yeah.
get paid $10 million to fight.
Yeah.
He just lost his last fight.
Yeah.
He just lost.
Yes, did he get stopped? They didn't get stopped. Did
He got dropped.
Yeah, but not, yeah.
He just lost to Rolly Romero.
Yeah.
And no one's talking
He
about
needs to
it.
go to WWE, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Go through another back door.
Yeah.
Like, because it's the whole thing, like, and it's the whole thing about it. Like, I was telling one of the guys at the gym. So you meet this girl, and she's cheating on her guy with you. What do you think she's going to do with you? How did she get there? She got through the back door, right? So she's going to cheat on you, too. Odds are. You can't put it past her. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia gets through the back door. Put him in any other arena. He's going to get through the back door again, right? It's just the way it is. You don't know how to come through the front door. There's some guys that don't. There's some guys that are going to find their way through the back door, and they may get there, but they ain't going to be seen the same way as the guys that came through the front, if you even do get through
It's
the
like that. It's and not that it's bad, but the people that are doing Ozempic are gonna find out how to gain the weight back right away, because if they're not changing their lifestyle, if they're not
that's it.
changing the way they eat, and they're not,
Yeah.
they just don't eat because their body doesn't want it.
Right.
But once they stop, they're gonna gain all that weight back
Yes.
and more if they don't make that change. And 80-90% of them aren't making that change.
And you hear
They're
about
doing
too easy.
nothing. It's
too
quick-
easy, and it's
yes.
going to happen again.
I
and
agree.
you keep hearing about these
I
sports,
agree. Yeah.
these sports athletes that take a big injury and they come back because they know how to put in that work. Kobe, yeah, and all these guys that get a big time injury, they know how to go down and come back up, right?
Yeah.
But that Ozempic lifestyle, not just the guys taking the shots, but the backdoor guys too. They didn't know how to go from here to here necessarily on their own or whatever, right? So once they hit a big fall,
Yeah.
where's the back door?
Well,
You know?
you're right, and you're right, James. I applaud people whatever they're doing to get on a weight loss journey, and I think Ozempic's been great for a lot of people to get out of diabetes and
Of
get
course,
out
no,
of the bad.
of
But
course.
I ain't
situations they
asking you
have.
how to lose weight. You know,
Right.
don't expect someone to come up to you and say, "Hey,
No,
how did you do that?"
I,
You know?
I know a lot of people need it. A lot of people should have it. It's been around for a while, I guess, but now people are realizing what it is. But the downfall is going to be when they stop using it because of insurance is too high or they can't afford it anymore. Whatever it is, they're going to gain the weight, come all the way back and more.
They're not going to gain the way back. You know what they're going to do? They're going to find another back door.
Yeah, well,
What's the next
that's-
pill I
yeah,
can take?
That's gonna be something else, but they have
Yeah.
to. They haven't found that pill
But
before
you're
this.
right. But that's what happens a lot of times
yeah.
on weight loss.
You got to
And-
make that change, that lifestyle change.
It's
so when later
hard.
on, you don't even need Ozempic.
Yeah, but it's hard.
I know,
man.
of course it is.
It's a
Of
hard
course
thing.
it is. And
But
that's-
like I said,
like getting to the top,
Anything else?
the long road is tough too.
Here's you can put this in your back pocket. If you made it this long, listen to me here. Everything's hard. Pick your hard. It's hard being in shape. It's hard being out of shape. It's hard being big. It's hard being slim. Pick your hard. It's hard working out every day. It's also hard waking up and not working out and being big and being overweight and living your life. That's hard too, right? Pick your hard. Which one do you want?
Yeah, that's true.
Pick your hard. It's all hard. right? It's hard waking up and being overweight and
Overweight
being
and slugging to the
slugging
car,
and
your
just
heart-
not feeling
your heart
good
beating
and
more,
living
yeah.
like that. And then it's also hard putting in that work, going to the gym every day, doing something, eating right. It's all hard, right? But pick your heart. Everything's hard.
Half the battle is putting on your tennis shoes and your
Mhm.
workout attire, right, James?
Yep. We say, I'm not gonna run today. I'm just gonna put my shoes on and my shorts on, but I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna go outside and just walk down the street, but I'm not gonna run. By the time you know it, you're running.
You're running. Yeah, that's it.
That's all it takes.
And that's, I think, that whole thing about today's maybe just about shortcuts. And I feel like maybe WWE took one and the Unreal. I just think it was a little bit of a shortcut. We're not looking at your Raw. We're looking at uncut. I mean, Unreal. And I don't know. I don't think it struck me the right way. And again, it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for maybe new people, new territory of viewers, and on Netflix, females maybe. It wasn't meant for me. You know, and just like some of these fighters, they're not meant for me. And some of these basketball players, they're not meant for me. Some of these football players and athletes, they're not meant for me. I'm not going to be a fan of them just because I know they came in through the back door and I know they're not skilled. They're just good on Instagram or social media. Or they're just being talked about by with who they're with, who their relationships with, or some off-field trouble or whatever, right? And they ain't for me. It ain't about that. I don't really care to dive into somebody who doesn't live that lifestyle. You know, I'm not into, like, again, I'm not going to follow somebody who's taking Ozempic. I'm not going to follow your Ozempic journey. I'm going to follow your workout journey, your weight loss journey. And that's just kind of it. Like, some people are meant for me and some aren't. But some people watch that Ozempic girl or that Ozempic guy and they're motivated by him somehow. I don't know. You know, like,
Well,
how can that be motivating?
I'd like to hear from some of you that are watching this. Let us know who's right. Is it James that he thinks that
I know I'm right.
I'm
right.
That
You know
it,
I'm right.
It turned him off, and or the other side like me, I respectfully disagree. I think it was okay that they did this. The WWE did this. So
I'm not saying anything against people who take Ozempic. Someone needs
Oh
it.
no,
right?
I say the same thing.
I know people that
There's
take
people that need it, and I hope it helps them, and they go on their journey to say, I'm good now. I'm gonna do it my way now. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do the stuff that I need to do, and instead of just, where's the next shot? When's the next shot? When's the next shot?
But don't go on social media showing me your progress. Don't go on and start giving tips about what to do.
That's what I did. You should do this.
Yeah, don't do any of
yeah,
that.
no, I agree. I mean, those type of people just need to shut up, man, and just enjoy what you're doing.
Like my brother was saying, some of these guys are just 1, 2. You know what I mean? And that's their reps.
Yeah, no, and it's not that, but I mean, a lot of people are on it. They're using it. They're losing the weight. It's a good start, and hopefully. And you're right. I think the percentage is there where as soon as they get off it, they can put the weight back on.
Yeah.
But that maybe that 20% that actually gets encouraged because I dropped the weight. I'm feeling good
Let me
about
get
myself.
on my own journey now.
I
Yeah, let
want
me
to
do
go
it.
out
Yeah.
there. I want to start lifting because
Yeah.
I lose muscle mass, and there's other things that happen when you're on this product or products like this. But now they're motivated because they feel better about themselves.
Yeah, I think it's good just for everyone because you even hear this term Ozempic face.
Yeah.
People start looking like they're getting drawn on their face.
look old.
They're losing the muscle in their face because
They
they're
look
not
old.
eating. Yeah, it looks old, but you don't want to have that. You want to look fit. And there's another thing that we've always said for the longest time in my career, and my father used to tell me this: is the harder you work, the luckier you get.
And what they used to say to me was, the harder you, what was it? The bigger you are, the harder you fall.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the whole thing where now the whole reason for this podcast, not to beat a dead horse, but is that true? The harder you work, the luckier you are. Or do I just have to pull out my phone?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the...
You gotta create your own luck.
I
right?
like guys that believe that. Because that's what the house I was raised in, right? I'm raised in the front door. Even me, being a Leija, being named after this man right here, right? I didn't like taking that back door approach. Ask him. I'm putting in the work.
Yeah.
I was putting in the work. I wasn't just allowing myself to just be taken for this ride or whatever, right? Like, even now, like, I still want to come through the front door of everything that I do. You know what I mean? I still want to put in that
You
work.
want to earn your
because
spot, man.
I want to earn my spot.
Yeah.
Even if I don't earn that spot that I'm reaching for, at least I earned this spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to reaching this spot and not having earned it. I can't do that. That's just me. I just can't. I may not reach that point that I want to get to, but I'll be cool with me ending up here knowing I deserve this, as opposed to me coming up here knowing I didn't deserve this spot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's just the kind of guy I am. But when I also see guys that are doing that, it turns me off. You know, that's just me.
Yeah.
So I make sure everyone at the gym, I make sure they're working hard. I make sure that they know if I had every opportunity to go through the back door. And if I didn't do it, why are you going to do it?
Yeah.
And that's just the whole thing. You know, WWE Unreal, that's back door. That's backdoor stuff. That's backdoor view. It ain't front door. Not for me anyway. Is it a good show? Sure.
You watched it all?
I watched it all. It's good. I like Rhea
It
Ripley.
hooked you?
Hell, I'm watching it.
Oh man!
But
Ripley's
did it
awesome.
help the sport? Did it help what I'm gonna?
Yes,
Am I
it
really
did.
gonna tune in on
That's
Raw?
what you're saying. You're saying it did help the sport.
Am I gonna
You're
tune
saying
in?
it did
Maybe it
grow the
didn't,
sport.
but maybe there's kids out there saying, "Man, I don't even have to work hard. I just got to get to that point."
I just gotta do that.
But wait. Okay, what are you talking about? But see, all those guys worked hard. All those athletes are working hard. They're the best performers out there right now, man.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. Of
Or are they
course
good
are.
on promoting themselves? Or is this girl really nice in the bikini?
Oh, who's that? I missed that one.
Anybody, any
Oh,
of these
okay.
girls. Back in the day, you didn't see any of that, did you? You like even sports players, they didn't post anything back in the day. I mean, you take 2010, 2009, all
Yeah, but
that's
now
early.
you have to. That's just
You
it.
have to. Why?
If you don't, because
Why?
it's the business.
The business is winning. The business is making is
Well, yeah,
winning,
but-
and the business is being a
So
athlete.
it's watered down.
It's watered down.
It's changed. It's not the same anymore.
Well,
That ain't
but,
the
It's
but times have changed
imagine
too. It's not
if
the same.
this may be way off topic or whatever, but imagine that your wife or your partner all had to do is show you a few things, just likes, but not have to really work, for the marriage. It's just, yeah, you're good. I like you. Just like you, and that worked for you. That wouldn't work for you.
Right.
You have to put the work together to make it work,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It's like
you
you're
have to
saying,
put that
like,
work in.
like the business of weight loss is just to promote that. That's the business, is to get your name out there and promote what you're doing. But I'm taking Ozempic every day.
Right.
But you're saying, well, that's the business. It is what it is. Like, they're getting seen the same way the guy who's losing weight is getting seen. But she's getting more seen because, whatever, she's taking the back door, and that's the business, I guess. It's watered down. It's like, well, I don't want that. Like, guys, some people just don't like that. And maybe I'm old because of that. But maybe I won't get liked because of that. But it doesn't matter. Like, I don't value that. That ain't the business. The basketball, it ain't the business to just post you and your girl and post what you're doing, like, or post her or whatever. Like, it's the win on the court. Like
Right.
WWE, it's not to post this girl on a bikini or whatever.
And
so that
sometimes
they
people
tune
just
in.
kind of feel that when they're at that level, they feel they have to post a lot of stuff.
Why?
I don't know.
'Cause that's the way in.
That's the way people tell me. Oh, so and so just posted something. Oh, now I feel I got to do something now, right?
That's the way in.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go to the
agree
gym- I'm
with
gonna
all
go to
of
the
that.
gym and post me working out at the gym, just for
Yeah.
likes.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm only gonna do this one round on the bag,
I'm gonna look great for 30 seconds on the bag and post it.
and then
Yeah.
I'm down taking the gloves off.
Yeah.
That's the business, though, right? I mean, that's a turn off. Like, if you know that, like, that's like I don't know. It's just one of those things for me. This is my soapbox, guys. You know what I mean? It's just me kind of going off on what I came in here with, but I just see too much of this now. Like, I'm kind of getting fed up with it. I guess it's like an old man listening to music. Not that he don't like music that's not made right, or like sports that aren't done right. It's just who's valuing that now? Like, people are valuing all this other stuff, and it's just like, where are sports in 20 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you looking at in 20 years?
They're gonna be throwing half-court shots in basketball in 20 years.
Yeah, and
For
everyone,
for 5 points.
and they're gonna say that guy's the greatest shooter ever.
Yeah, he made 20 in a row.
Well, look at that. Who was it this preseason game this last week where that young gentleman with was it with New Orleans, or the guy that kicked a 70-yard field goal?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
70? I didn't see that.
I saw that
70.
70-yard field goal preseason,
And he still has room,
Mhm.
and he's kicked those consistently.
And the whole thing is that would have set the NFL record, but because it's preseason, it don't
doesn't
count.
Yeah.
But everyone's
Well,
saying,
before that was 65, right? A few years ago, a guy kicked
I
65
don't
or
know.
67.
the whole thing is everyone's saying, nah, that ain't the record.
Yeah. Well,
But it is. It's an NFL game.
70,
But-
man. Think
yeah.
about that, dude.
Can't even throw
that's
that.
crazy.
I know. I mean, evolution.
Maybe he has a,
James,
maybe,
And that's skill.
Maybe he took
That's
Ozempic.
skill.
on
That is
his-
skill.
Maybe
Yeah.
he took an Ozempic shot before.
Maybe
He
so.
lost weight.
And it's the same thing with steroids, right? That's another topic. But still, how much of a fall from grace did those guys take when everyone
man.
said, "Hey, steroids. These guys are getting popped for steroids, right?" What if your biggest like Instagram weight loss or like inspiration got popped for Ozempic? What would you say? You know, is it a fall from grace, or is it everyone's doing that? You know, it's all right.
Yeah.
What is it? You know, it's cheating some way, like
Right.
because you're doing it with this. There's some people that need Ozempic, some people that don't. That are just using it
That's
to
right.
get here.
That's right.
Same thing, right? Yep. I don't know. It's a new world, guys.
I'm all for people getting better.
I'm all for people getting better, but not dumbing down what they're standing for, and that's me. You know what I mean? Get better, but don't dilute yourself. Like
Get
getting
better, but do it the right way.
Do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know, some people need that, but no one needs to go through the back door. No one needs to go through the back door. But if you're going through the back door in your life or whatever, like
Well,
you're gonna
all
get
the people that
backdoor
go to the
results.
back door, do they last?
No.
In business and anything.
Yeah.
So put in the work, take your vitamins, say your prayers.
Yeah.
And the harder you work, the luckier you get.
And what you're gonna do. You know,
Worked our
even this
asses off.
podcast, we're not putting it down your throat to go through the back door to get some crazy people just to show you something. Like, this is quality show. We talk about good stuff. We have good content, whether you see it or not. It is what it is, right? I mean,
It is
we're
what it
not.
is.
We're not.
This
gonna,
thing will live forever, man, on the internet.
Yeah, it is.
50 years from now, they're going to be looking at, man, look at these guys. That was a pretty good show back then.
He had a point.
What's Ozempic?
Yeah.
What's Ozempic?
Yeah. Who's Jason? Who's
Guys-
this guy, Jason?
WWE who?
For sure. Guys, I would say we're probably about midway through this season, you know, season 3 on all of this. I kind of want to go through seasons just so it's not. I've seen some guys that have thousands of episodes, no seasons. It's just episode 2,100, you know, and it's just like, well, you know, it's not organized well. But, yeah, you know, let me know if you agree with me or you don't. If I'm full of it, let me know. You know, like,
I want to hear. I
message
want to
me.
hear people say, "No, I think this is right," or "I think Ozempic because I have to. I don't have this or not." Well, that's some people do, right? Some people can't.
Absolutely.
Some
That's
people
not a
can't
backdoor
exercise.
thing.
They
But you
cannot
know
walk.
what I think we should
Yeah.
do, James? If you're right, and so if somebody disagrees with anything that we said here, James, or myself, then comment. Even better yet, send us a video of your disagreement, and we'll put it on.
I'll put it on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will put.
Call us out, man.
yeah. Send it to us, but put your address.
Yeah. Where we can find you.
Yeah. And where we could find you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm all for everyone's opinion if it's backed up, you know, and I don't think I have a bad opinion. I think I
No.
can back up my opinion. Maybe I can agree with you. Maybe you can change my mind. I'm not set. I'm open-minded, but
Yeah.
this is just where I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's my values, or maybe y'all need to raise y'all's values. I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Depends on who's watching. Right?
Come in the front door.
Go through the front door. Don't be a backdoor guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be a
And
back,
with that,
don't be a backdoor lover. I'll catch you on the next on the next episode of the Leija Lounge. We got more content coming your way. Yeah, a few surprises coming your way too.